Hello, I'm Courtney Bjorlin. I'm the co-editorial director on asugnews.com. Welcome to day 3 of our coverage from the ASUG SAP Business Objects User Conference. We're coming to you live from Orlando. This morning, I'm really thrilled to be joined by some of the members of our partner community and the head of the partner community for SAP. For several years now, SAP has been talking about how important the channel is going to be in completing their strategy of getting to so many users, a huge user base. But in the business objects community, this has been true for a long time. There's been a strong channel for quite a while. So we're going to spend some time talking about the challenges and the expectations for the business objects channel partners going forward. Thank you so much for joining me this morning.
Good morning.
And today we have Matt Hawkins. He's the CTO of Kingfisher. We have Bill Dunn. He's the president of Dunn Solutions. And we have Jayne Landry. She's the global vice president of solution management at SAP. So Jayne, yesterday in the keynote from John Schweitzer, we heard a little bit about some exciting new packages coming from SAP. Can you tell us a little more about that?
Yeah, we're very excited about some of the news that John announced yesterday. We've got a little bit more work to do before we take them officially and fully to market. But what I can tell you about the new analytics editions is that we're bringing together business analytics with data warehousing and data integration into one complete package. But we haven't just stopped there. We're also looking at how we can help customers apply those analytics to their industry and line of business by providing them with access to content that's going to provide them with use cases and best practices that will help them identify a use case within their organization and then be able to quickly address that use case.
And two, we've been hearing about, the challenges that go along with trying to get Excelsius or dashboard designs onto a tablet. What's coming down the road for that? What can customers expect there?
Well, as John mentioned yesterday in the keynote, mobility is just such a key focus for analytics right now, and we're really taking a mobile-first approach with what we do. And that's got 2 prongs to it. Firstly, to allow customers to take the analytics that they've already built out to a mobile device. And so today we work with partners to be able to take existing dashboards onto your iPad or iPhone. But what we announced yesterday is we're actually creating a full HTML5 version of our dashboard solution. And that's the second part of our approach, to take a mobile-first experience out to those devices. So HTML5 dashboards, which will be part of the existing dashboard solution, will enable you to create new dashboards right for that environment natively.
Very interesting. Bill, talk to me a little bit about what you're seeing your client base really asking for in terms of mobile BI.
Well, the big issue is the ability to distribute the data out to the field. So with people bringing their own devices to work, what we're seeing is that customers want to be able to have the same access to information in the field that they've had in the past sitting at their desktops. And the expectation is that the development of the tools that we bring to them will allow them to do that. So that's the big issue right now.
Matt, are the expectations of the user base so much higher, as we heard in Sanjay's keynote, as we heard in John Schweitzer's keynote, and how are you meeting those needs?
Yeah, the expectations are definitely there. I think with the always-on access and everyone's got their device with them at all times, 24/7. The expectations that you can get data from all of your systems real time is critical, and then to be able to take action on that and continue the business development throughout wherever you're at, whether you're at a conference, on the shop floor, we see a lot of that. So customers are requiring that their analytics are really influencing their business, and it's not just an after-the-fact event.
The analytics is actually driving the business process rather than the other way
Correct.
around.
Yeah, a critical part, and the timeliness of that access and the availability of that access is critical to prevent any slowdown in that production.
Now, Kingfisher and Dunn Solutions both serve LE and SME segments of the customer base. How are you seeing the needs of those different size companies differ when it comes to mobile BI? Bill, maybe we could start with you.
Well, this is the situation. Unfortunately, the needs of the SME mirror the needs of LE. but they are at a different budget and price point. So what we have to do is walk that line between giving them as much as we possibly can, but keeping the overall cost of the implementation as low as we can. And so that means taking out-of-the-box content. That means understanding where you do a trade-off between development and using something that's available. And sometimes that means postponing some parts of the project until there's more budget. But what we're seeing with SAP and what we're trying to do as well is to try to have as much content as we can that we don't have to do from scratch, we can re-leverage. And if we can do that, that's really the only way that we are going to be effectively meeting the needs of the SME market.
Are you seeing the same thing, Matt?
Yeah, pretty much. I think it's just a scale. I think that's the biggest difference. I mean, all the same challenges. Device management's a big challenge for customers, no matter what their size. And I think it's just often it's a question of time to market, and then I think there's still a lot of challenges, whatever size of the customer, small, medium, or large, around really how quickly the whole landscape is changing, and then just trying to wrap their hands around that and get a solution that they're comfortable with going forward.
So Jayne, can we expect for this particular segment, the needs are very similar, obviously, is what we've heard here. For SMEs, can we expect more prepackaged content? What's coming down the road for this customer segment?
Yeah, definitely. Even with the new analytics editions, we'll definitely have that content available so that customers of any size have that starting point. And in terms of the solution, we haven't dumbed it down. So the functionality that we provide in our packages with the Crystal line of products for small customers or our Edge line of products for the mid-market customers, it's the same Crystal reports, it's the same dashboarding tools. So as these organizations grow and their business needs grow, they can take that existing solution and move it to the next level without having to change their underlying environment and be able to reuse all of the reports and dashboards and information spaces that they've built.
And in particular, we know that so much of the conference population here is a non-SAP business suite backend, traditional business objects customers. Can we expect that the improvements going forward will be the same for them?
Yeah, exactly. So one of the strengths I think we have is that we have over 2,000 software vendors that embed our technology within their applications. So chances are, if you're using a Sage or a Lawson or one of the thousands of those applications out there, they're already using part of our technology. And so we understand those environments, and we can work with those environments and run analytics on any application or database that you have.
Well, thank you so much for joining me today. Great advice and suggestions for our channel base here. Please tune in to ASUG Online for all our coverage from the conference. The videos will also be available on our YouTube channel, ASUG TV. Thanks for watching.